and really looking forward to that local derby. Brook, who is in waiting for the Sean Porter fight. That fight has to take place before the end of June, and he'll be in action in a 10-round contest on the card, gearing up for that huge world title fight, and I'm delighted to bring him to the city of Liverpool for that fight. To my right, Tony Bellew, fresh off his world title challenge, up for the first time at cruiserweight, taking on Valerie, three-time world title challenger, former world interim champion. It's a big fight for Tony Bellew as he starts a new campaign in a new weight division. Very, very excited. To his right, Stephen Smith, who's in a real career-defining fight against Fernando Saucedo for the WBC silver title. Saucedo is a champion from Argentina. He's a very, very talented, very experienced fighter. That fight's going to be an eliminator for the WBC title, and a huge opportunity for Stephen to stake his claim for a world title shot in 2014. Paul Smith, we've made an application to the British Boxing Board of Control for Tobias Webb to fight Paul Smith in a final defence of his British title. That fight, as all fights, are subject to British Boxing Board of Control approval. We saw Tobias Webb in Cardiff at the weekend. He's young, he's fresh, he's game for the fight. And Paul wants to get that fight boxed off, win the Lonsdale belt outright, and you know, move on to world title honours in 2014. To his right, one of the busiest men in boxing at the moment, Joe Gallagher. He's just making a few deals now on the phone. I see him texting under the table. We'll hear from him shortly. And of course, down the end, I think one of the hottest prospects in world boxing at the moment, Callum Smith. 9-0 in a year, picked up the English and WBC international titles, 6 consecutive first-round knockouts, and fresh from a great experience at the wildcard gym, as a lot of the lads were coming back from, actually, some might not know, but coming back from a hand operation towards the back end of last year, will again be featuring on March the 15th card. So I'll start at the back end. Robbie, talk to us a little bit about the show. Big fight, hopefully for a title, and moving forward this year.
Yeah, me love to be on the show, especially along with all these other boxers. Just hoping to impress on the night. And
Tony, big fight for you, local rivalry.
Yeah,
you're actually out on our whole card as well.
Yeah, I've got first and foremost, I'm fighting on the 22nd of Feb first. You know, my concentration's just on that fight at the minute. I'm not even going to March the 15th until I get that out of the way. You know what fighting's like, it's never a foregone conclusion when you get in the ring, so I'm just focusing on that fight first, and then obviously we'll deal with the March 15 fight after.
Rocky, I know your tickets at an all-time record for this one. People seem excited about the fight.
Yeah, they're flying out. They have done since I got them, so you know, everyone wants to see, you know, two scousers fighting in a derby match, but it's going to be a good fight, and you know, same, it's only for like 2 years down all others and 3 years, and you know, it's one of the things in there, you know, it's hopefully gets through, you know, which he will, no injuries, no cuts on the 22nd, then we can concentrate on our fight, then we can, you know, get it on and get the best man win.
Good stuff. And Callum, moving forward, obviously a huge year for you after a brilliant year last year, back in your home city, getting ready for another busy year.
Yeah, so I had a bit of a hand problem at the end of last year, so you know, it's good to be back punching, and I'm looking to get the year off to a good start, and you know, it's nice that it's in Liverpool to get it going.
And Joe, another busy night. What can we expect from the lads at this table? You know all the opponents, and you know there's some big fights for your lads on the night, especially Stephen.
Yeah, no, definitely. When you just look at the top table, I think there's 4 fighters in the world top 10 boxing on this bill. That's a great bill. Obviously Tony, Stephen, Paul, Brook, 4 class fighters. Callum Smith, can't wait for him to pick up where he left off last year. Voted over the Christmas period one of the hottest prospects in world boxing by the Ring magazine, and I'm sure he's got to be filling this arena out in 2 or 3 years' time himself. Paul Smith, last defence of that British belt he so craves. Against Tobias Webb. We've seen Tobias Webb in prize fighter, hungry fighter game, and he's got a great opportunity. Paul's not got to overlook that and take care of business, and Paul himself is on the verge of possibly a world title fight. He's ranked very high in the WBO rankings. And then Stephen Smith, well, knockout of the year last year over Gary Buckland. We've seen what Gary Buckland did at the weekend with Gavin Rees, so it just adds more credit and praise to what Stephen Smith achieved last year with his win. He had a good win before the year with a knockout of a durable kid, and like I say, he's fighting the WBC World number 3, like I say, for a world title eliminator. And like I say, on this top table here this year, by the end of the year, 3 or 4 of them definitely got to fight for a world title, and that's some build that is. And Liverpool's a great fight sitter. There's always a great reception, always a great atmosphere, and like you say, with the talent that's on display, it'd be a packed house, and I'm sure the lads will all thrive on it.
And Paul, back in Liverpool after your quick run out in London, and I know you want to just get this Lonsdale belt boxed off now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not like people keep misunderstanding what I'm saying. I want to get shut of the British title as quick as I can. I'm proud of being British champion. Obviously, you've seen the fights I've had to win it, and this last one will just be the ice on the cake. Get the belt won, vacate it, and move on to, you know, hopefully a massive fight in May, June time. You know, which catapult me onto the world scene with a bit of luck. The rankings are there to see. I just need to play it right and get my shot, take it when I can.
And Stephen, you know, a big fight for you. You talked about, obviously you had a WBC international fight for your last fight, and going down a similar route that Tony did last year. A huge fight with Saucedo to get you in line for the world title shot.
Yeah, it's been said already how big a fighter it is, and you know, I do rate Saucedo highly. I think he's good. He's good defensively as well, so I won't go looking for any big shots. I've got to use my skill in this fight and keep my head. So you know, it's something, but you know, with the title and the ranking he's got, I've used Tony as an example a few times where, you know, winning the WBC silver title got him, and it's something I want to do myself and, you know, push on towards the WBC title, which is, you know, in my opinion, one of the best belts in boxing. So it's been a dream of mine since I was a kid, so I can go and compete for that and try and win that and bring it back home. Then, you know, it's something I want to do.
Right, and Kel, gearing up for the Porter fight, unless Mr. Khan doesn't get the Mayweather fight, and we'll try and take that route, but just tuning up now, ready for that big night.
Yeah, obviously I'm in a long training camp, you know, fighting March 15th, but you know, it's going to propel me and maybe, you know, the fittest I've ever been of my life, you know, for the summertime. So I'm using this camp, you know, for the summertime for the Porter, or if we can get Khan, that would be nice as well. I'm looking forward to boxing back in Liverpool. I love boxing out here. It's a great, is it a city or a town? Yeah. I love boxing out here. I love boxing out here. I just can't wait to get back in the ring.
Did you box here? Was it Lomax you boxed here?
I boxed a few times.
Yeah.
A Russian guy. No, Polish. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting in there and doing what I do.
Good stuff. And Tony, a great division. We know the world champions. We know who's got them. And you know, I've also expressed my desire for you to meet your long lost friend again, Mr. Cleverly, up at the weight. I think that's a huge fight for the city of Liverpool, and I've got desire to make that fight as well. The ultimate goal, of course, is another shot at the world title.
Yeah, ultimately, you know, I've come off a loss and I've come off a tough one too. I've gone in with one of the pound for pound biggest punches in the game, and you know, it didn't work out for me that night. But you know, this is now a new chapter and a new beginning for me. I've wanted to go to this weight for a while, but you know, there's an old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you know, listen, it's well and truly broken now, so it's up to me to pick up the pieces, work hard, and you know, and get to where I was at light heavyweight and cruiserweight. It'll be a tough ask, and if it means going through, you know, that clown from, I don't even want to say his name because it just annoys me, the thought of his name, but if I have to go through him, then so be it, to make a world title fight happen. I don't care who I fight. There's nothing really else I could really say. I'd love to fight him again. I'd love to just get in the ring with him and just put him straight. But you know, that's up to Eddie and things like that. As for fighting for another world title, there's great world champions at this weight. Dominant forces at the weight as well who are proven. Great experience. You know, you got Christoph Woldrak, Guillermo Jones. You know, they're top fighters. Then you go on to Marco Huck, and then you've got Juan Pablo Hernandez, who's an outstanding Cuban southpaw, so you know, ideally no one wants such a southpaw. As you've seen the last one, I can't stand them. It's just, you know, there's some great fighters there and some great champions, and I believe I have to earn my shot now. The way I did that light heavyweight, I have to go in there and and really prove that I'm a top cruiserweight and I'm you know, I'm an A-level fighter. I believe I am, but there's no good in me spouting my mouth off and telling you guys I am. You know, it's better for me to just get in there. And on March the 15th against Valerie Brudova, you know, I hope to prove and do that. So that's what's ahead.
Good stuff. Important also to tell you that world title challenger Kevin Mitchell will also be on the bill, and super flyweight Cal Yafai fighting for his first title. More news and updates on opponents. Kell Brook's opponent will be announced probably in the next 5 or 6 days, as well as the other opponents to be announced. Elsewhere, tickets that start from £30 go up to £150 VIP. The 150 VIPs are now sold out. Unfortunately, we've had fighters coming back for various more. The £100 ringsides are nearly all gone, and the 60s are nearly all gone. So I don't even know why we're having a press conference, to be honest with you. Normally we have a press conference to sell tickets, but 30s and 40s still available, and there'll be plenty more action coming over the next few weeks. Public workouts, of course, press conferences on fight week, and the official weigh-in as well, which will be in this hotel. So thanks all for coming. All the fighters here are available for one-on-ones. We're going to do a group picture up here now, and feel free to chat to any fighter. As always, thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to a huge night on March the 15th, and also a big night for the Premier League darts this Thursday. Thank you.